abawanko bwenda abasajja banoba ne baleka abakyala. Ekyokubiri abasajja bakuba abakyala.
Gender-based violence is a persistent and severe health, human rights and protection issue. According to the Demographic and Health Survey 2016, it is estimated that 51% of women in Uganda will experience violence in their lifetime, suggesting that violence against women is rampant in the country. In Jinja district, gender-based violence has presented itself as the greatest contributor to broken families, with records at the Jinja police station indicating over 600 cases of gender-based violence registered in the year 2020.
In child and family, what we have realized from March, we have experienced a lot of violence. A lot of violence. It is too much. Men mostly complain much more than even the women.
Hey,
yes, this time it is men who complain. Like last month in July, I registered more than women's complaint. The men reported, and these women this time they keep on Okunoba. Is it Okunoba? They go with all properties in the house. Men come. I am back from place of work. I've got nothing in the house, so there is too much violence this time.
This exchange is happening at the Women's Councillor's home in Bujagali, a Jinja city suburb. The two are arguing about land matters and its ownership. Nakaima Razia says that cases of gender-based violence in particular are overwhelming in this area and have left mothers single-handedly seeing their children out of childhood.
Buli kesi ejja ate onzo omusaada atangulira amere ate tulina abaana atayidanda babaana ate alobye okuwa fwizi ate alobye okuwa kino kale obutabanguko obwo kusingira alabo ku baami.
She intimates that on the weekly basis, her office alone registers approximately 20 cases of violence in homes, yet the law has not helped enough in reprimanding the perpetrators.
Abava mu government abagema ku nsonga dino baba titubabona agona amazima titubabona kunaire ofafagana n'ensonga do obadde kulema da kulemerera obo kalenga ozira ino buyambi buli awo buli kuyambaku.
A case in point is a couple in her neighborhood that she says fights almost on a daily basis, threatening the children's and the mother's life.
Tewanayita wiiki yali yakangwa mu bulago nannuma n'okunnuba. Kale nali ninawo wengenze nga ngenze funa ku buniimu tufuneko treatment nga tuteekamu galiki okusobola okunywa n'abaana ne tuwona akagundi kana ak'omu bulago okukolola. Kati yansanga eyo nali naakatuuka bwenti ye yatuuka waka. Nabuza abaana mama mwagenze wana ne bamugamba mama agenze eyo okufuna ku buniimu. Kati yete yaguminkiza kumunyonyola n'akwata pikipiki n'ajja bwe yatuuka naye naakatuuka n'agamba situka tambula tugende. N'engamba naakatuuka oli n'amugamba yakatuuka muleke tumuwe obuntu bwakimye addeyo. Yankwata bukwasi n'akuba oluyi n'empunga n'engwa wansi. Kati olwalinga atambula nti nonkomewo nankwata wali wazivu awo nga wali obukajjo nenga wali akakubo nankwata yanvire no nemabegene nankwata nangwa mu bulago nange ne mukwata emikono ne mugamba ayagala kunzita.
Nandudu Zaina is another young woman suffering at the hand of gender-based violence. At just 25, Nandudu is battling with a chronic wound caused by a fire that burnt her while she was still married to her now runaway husband.
Kyavaamu n'awasa n'andekaawo n'abaana. Era kigere kino nkizaaliddeko abaana babiri nga kinuma. Naye tampa buyambi, tasasula nyumba, talina kyakola.
When fire burnt her foot, it started swelling, and that marked the end of her husband's caring for her and her children. With 3 children to feed and take care of, Nandudu survives by the mercy of the community that offers her small monies, handouts, and tokens to feed herself and her children. Razia, the woman councillor, says that the wave of gender-based violence in her area has not spared her even as a leader.
Zena mulubu olw'omwendi olw'abakyala abalekebwawo. Era nze kyampeesa obwana bakyala ku kyalo kuno. Mbu kuba ninze omukazi abwine n'ebizibu, aye ningumirawo. Baako baati oyo byabwine abibwine tumuwaire obwana bakyala.
It has also been noted that some of the perpetrators of gender-based violence leave their homes for some time, and when they return, they continue with their spouses as if nothing ever happened. In the process, they are exposed to HIV and AIDS, and their spouses are not spared either.
Kubanga nze ntera okwekebeza. Sisobola kumala myezi giwera 5 ku 6 nga sikoze eki seekebeza. Nze neekebeza. Era namugamba nti nze okubeera nti oba odda ku maka tosobola kudda buzi nga tosoose genda ku musaayi.
Fighting against gender-based violence is one of the focus issues at Center for Media Literacy and Community Development, CEMCOD, creating awareness, drawing solutions to reduce on the increasing number of broken families through community dialogue, film screening, and radio talk shows. This movie screening is aimed at teaching people the causes and effects of gender-based violence. It also acts as a kickstarter for most of the community dialogues that transform into vibrant conversations and later amicable community solutions to tackle the vice.
Omusadde asobola okuwasa omukazi kintu kyabatabula maki mu maka. Omukazi gwaba afunye yabatabula wabula entegeeragana timukaagamagana n'abaana nga takabenda kwegamba nga abalinga ku baba uti kasasiro niwe mwene weno ofukanga kiki kasasiro yali.
Lack of education, actually failure to meet the payments of kids, more so when it comes to the party, or more so when it comes to the father.
Abazaire eri omwami n'omusaadde beesuulire ogwana gamba tibafiire ku baana babaleka abaana abakyala be bafuna limu abakyala nga tina abazaala abaana abo ababisa bubi abaana beekyawa abaana baatuuka okuva mu maka gaibwe batandika okujja kukola obwa street kid.
Matende Waiswa George is the local Council 1 chairman of Bugembe Commercial Zone, Budumbuli Eastward, in the Northern Division of Jinja City, while Pastor Chris Mwesigwa is the head of the Word of Faith Christian Church in the same area. The two leaders attribute the increasing cases of gender-based violence to biting poverty in families, as well as moral degradation. But more importantly, they both agree to a need for more and regular community engagements, including trainings geared at equipping local committees with relevant skills to handle complex gender-based violence issues.
In certain situations, you find that somebody is really being oppressed, but the situation it does not offer conducive environment for him or her to air out to her pain, his or her pain properly for proper address.
I want to tell you, if we continue having these classes, I want to assure you, in the future to come, we are going to have a very, very good, fantastic families.
On Air is an NBS radio talk show holding a discussion on gender-based violence with community reporters, duty bearers and stakeholders.
Ekitulese olunaku olwaleero nga ttiimu bwe mugibulidde kwe kwogera ku kigambo kye tuyita gender-based violence oba obutabanguko mu maka. Oba bino ebintu bigenze nga ba community reporters baffe babyogerako na one of NBS nga babatuusaako ebintu ebigenze nga bibaawo mu byalo, cases zigenze nga zeeyongera. Bulijjo zibadde weeziri ate kati COVID we yazze ate ne byeyongera ne bisukka. Ensonga ezo zigenze nga zinyigiriza nnyo abantu. Naye kati ffe nga SEMCODE ekitongole tuzze nga tugamba nti engeri nnyingi nnyo gye tusobola okutambuliramu nga twogera ku bintu bino, ng'ekimu ku ebyo tujja n'obutambi bwa firimu. Firimu zino ziraga embeera ezibeerawo mu maka ag'enjawulo.
During radio talk shows, listeners are encouraged to call in and contribute over what's happening in their own communities regarding gender-based violence.
Obwavu nabo bukoze kinene nnyo lwakuba ffenga mu ofisi yange waliwo olunaku lumu omukyala yajja n'aba omusango nti yagambye kubba ogula ennyama n'atagigula yazzaako mukuba namugoba.
Omukyala ye yagoba omwami, omwami ye yagoba
omwami yagoba omukyala,
omwami ye yalina okugula ennyama.
Yalina okugula ennyama omukyala alikyagala, omwami n'atagigula. Kati amaliriza amukubya mu fiidi kagenda anoonya abasobola okukola ki omugulira ennyama ye. Ensonga endala, omwenge nagwo gukoze kinene nnyo. Kati ng'ewaffe eno kimanyi bulungi nti tulina industrial area eri Makeete. Kati abantu abo banywa ne beerabira nti balina obuvunaanyizibwa. Ate omukyala wayogerako atabuka yeerabira abaana tagula mmere takola ki olukeera nga bukeezi waati ng'agenda mu ki mu mwenge.
We are hearing out this program, and I think it has helped the youth in my village because some didn't know how complex this is. Like we had an incident even where like some man could beat up the wife because of drinking. So basically that's how helpful we have seen this program.
I've liked SEMCODE program so much because SEMCODE program has so many targets. They go to the radio, they do community sensitization, community policing, mass sensitization on the radio, which is so good.
Yeah, first of all, I want to appreciate SEMCODE and with the partners, the American Embassy, for sponsoring this wonderful program. All of us, we are aware as leaders, we've been receiving quite many complaints about domestic violence, where men, children, and even men are being battered by themselves. And this has affected them psychologically, physically, emotionally. So as a result, because of this partnership, SEMCODE with community reporters and NBS radio, we agreed that can we have a way of reaching out to these communities to inform them, to sensitize them about domestic violence.
We are running a project that is seeking to leverage media, community media, film in the fight against gender-based violence. And we've conducted trainings for community reporters in the areas of Jinja. These community reporters have been trained on the basic journalism skills on how to report gender-based violence and the legal framework of gender-based violence and where to report cases. The training hasn't been bad so far, in that you find that people are coming up with suggestions of, first of all, prioritizing local solutions in the fight against gender-based violence. before cases can be referred to other responsible centers.
Gender-based violence knows no gender, ethnicity, color, nor race. It is still a raging vice, ravaging communities, eroding them of peace, love, and development. This calls for concerted efforts, as well as scaling up interventions so that no one is left behind in the fight against gender-based violence.
Tulikuwa